Alright, this is Clint again, and this is going to be a quick video showing the everything local, not Docker setup and what steps are needed to run Ziti entirely on your local machine. So let's go ahead and go out to OpenZiti.github.io, then click on the everything local, not Docker Quickstart. Once we get in here, we'll see there's not a lot of preparation required. One thing you do need is a bash shell. I really recommend you run Windows Subsystem for Linux if you're on Windows. This probably will work with ZSH, but it is tested with bash. So you'll also need JQ. And then once you have those prerequisites running, you can just copy this one line quick start and go ahead into your bash prompt, like I am here, and run it. So let's go ahead and paste it in, and let's run it. You'll see I've already run this before, so if you get a message like this, it means you've simply run this twice in the same shell. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and say yes, and it will clear all the variables out. It will download the latest version of Ziti. It will create your full PKI on your behalf. It'll start up your controller so that the script can then register an edge router for you. It will register that edge router with a public attribute, and it'll start everything up, and then then it'll stop everything. So you'll see controller stopped, controller stopped. So once it's done and setup is complete, you have to start it back up again. This is because we didn't want to assume that you wanted to keep it running. So go ahead and start the edge router and start the controller. If you do a ps -ef pipe to grep for ZD, you'll see the programs that are running. You'll see the controllers running. You'll see the routers running. At this point, I can issue a curl -k to https://localhost 1280, the default port that will be used when you run express install. I'll get back some JSON, so if I piped that into JQ, you can see what that JSON looks like in a prettier format. There you go. You've already installed Ziti. You've got everything running. Now let's go ahead and flip back and let's follow the Ziti administration guide installation. The administration console installation. You have two choices here. You can use Docker. You can not use Docker. I'm going to use the not Docker example. So let's go ahead and clone Ziti console into the location specified in Ziti home. And then we will cd to Ziti home and run apt install like this. Put in your password. And once that's complete, mine's already done because I've installed it before. Yours might take some time if you haven't. Then I can run npm install. This will take a few seconds. You can see the progress bar happening. Once that's complete, we'll be able to establish some local host TLS, so you can actually use the HTTPS as opposed to HTTP. Let's wait for the install to complete. As I use WSL2 for Windows, file system activity is a bit sluggish. Hopefully Microsoft is going to fix that, but you won't notice it when you're running it. You just notice it when it's installing. Okay, now that it's all done, we'll make those symlinks. And we are not going to create a SAC systemd file. We don't need to do that. So instead, we're going to just run node right from this location itself. You'll see now it says it's listening on port 1408. In fact, now I should be able to go to http://localhost 1408. When I get to the ZD admin console, the very first thing you need to do is enter your controller's name. In my environment, I'm going to call this Clint local controller, and the URL I'm going to use will be localhost 1280. I set that controller. Client sent an HTTPS request. That's because I have used HTTP. I need to use HTTPS. Set the controller. Admin is the default. And voila, you have entirely set up your controller. You'll have an edge router. It'll be hostname -edge router as the name of the edge router. It'll have one attribute of public. So if we edit this, you should see it has a public attribute. And you're ready to go. You're ready to start testing Ziti. That's everything for now. We'll see you next time.